Hello. In this video, I'll be talking about the demand and supply economics, the mechanism, how it actually works. In most of the cases, we have been given a curve, just like a curve. Sometimes it's upward sloping, sometimes just a downward sloping. You get confused, what's happening? And how in the price and quantity structure, if there is a price and quantity, one is upward and one is downward. So this video will give you explanation on these two concepts as elaborately as possible. So first, let's take a look into the concept. So the demand is actually the consumer side, means you and me, the normal people. So who buys things and whose target is higher level of utility. That's it. But in the supply mechanism, if you see, it is the producer, and also we call him a seller. Sometimes the producer is the seller, sometimes he is not. So if he produces something, his basic target is profit, and profit is the higher the price, higher the quantity, both high, he is more profitable. And in the demand mechanism, if the price is too low and you get a lot of things, so you are very happy. Or whenever the price goes up and the quantity demanded, obviously you can't buy more as your income is fixed. So the basic mechanism of demand and supply based on one party wants both of this to go up, and in the other case both of them want it to go up at the same point of time. So this is the main functional difference. Remember that this demand and supply both are dependent on one thing, three things actually: P1, P2 and M mostly. Okay, so the price of the first good, price of the second good, and income. So here in general we will be taking a two commodity world. What is that thing? Means people are buying only two products, X1 and X2. It's for simplicity. It is called a partial equilibrium structure. There is also another equilibrium called general equilibrium, which is a real life equilibrium. We will talk about it later. I'm just giving a hint on that. So there, any product's demand, for example X1, is dependent on its own price, taste, preference ordering, geographical location, availability of other products like X2, income of the individual, and history of purchases, size of family, and cultural background. For example, the general purchase of a Christian in a Christmas time will be relatively higher than a Hindu in a Christmas time. So these all things depend on this, and there are many other factors also over there. So we do not take into consideration, so it is called partial, and whenever it's taken into consideration, it's called a general equilibrium. Okay. Now here I would like to point out another important stuff, that how this relationship goes then. So demand and supply, not two separate things. The main problem we occur, we do it in a different way and in different cases. So price always in this and quantity always in the horizontal one. This is the vertical axis and this is our horizontal axis. So price is always in the upside, isn't it, in real life also? So we are always worried about prices. and quantity demanded is on the horizontal axis. Now whenever we draw a curve like this, remember that demand curve need not to be linear. It can be linear and it can be non-linear. Okay, so linear and non-linear, what's the difference? If the curve look like y equal to mx plus c, so that is p equal to 2q plus 7, so that's a normal linear curve. But if there is any square or cube or logarithm or e to the power x associated, that makes it a non-linear one. So non-linear curve may look like this or this or this or this. Okay, so there are many shapes to it, and even like circle, this actually x square plus y square equal to c square, or may look like this, a parabolic path. Okay, so it is y square equal to 4ax. So many different cases. So we'll be coming to this kind of different kind of curvical representations. Okay, so this is the upward sloping. So the slope is upward, things are going up. And here, what is the downward sloping? If you place a ball here, a normal ball, so where it will go? It will go down due to gravity. So that's why it is a downward slope. What is the slope? This thing is the slope which decides the ball's movement. But in his case, if you place a ball here, so it will try, can it go up? Answer is, if there is anti-gravity, obviously it go up. That's it. So it's called upward sloping. Or there's an easier way to remember the downward or upward. If you move from one point to another, for example A and B, if one value rises, another value falls, then it is downward sloping. If you see that, it's a demand curve. Demand curve in short form is DD, supply curve will be SS. Okay, so here at this point, this is P has a higher value, maybe at P1. At this point, P2 is a lower value. Here Q1 is a lower and Q2 is upper. So you can see that values of P is falling and Q is increasing. So this is demand, and in case of supply, it is just the opposite and things go upward like this. Okay, and this is P1, P2 and Q1 and Q2, so both goes up and you are happy. Now there is a thing along with this which you need to do, which is called the value or the idea of market equilibrium. So that we will be doing in the next video. Thank you for watching.